Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So for today's the topic is going to be the parameters. So I'll tell you basic about functions which we have already discussed in a previous video in detail, but the focus is going to be what are the parameters. So this video is going to be very quick but super important for all of you new learners. So please stay with me till the end of this video. Let's move quickly. So in the previous video, we have already spoken about what are the functions and I have shown you some real life example also. But to refresh that, let me make you again very clear what is a function. Function is nothing. It's a reusable piece of code which you can use in multiple session, and even your other team members in your company can use your piece of function. So function is a reusable piece of code. Now what was the syntax of this? Def keyword to start the function, and then the function name, and then the parameter. So in today's video we are going to talk about this parameter. What are the type of parameter, what are the exact uses of that, and how we cater the demand of the client on the basis of the parameter. Then you explain the function. What is the definition of your function? Let's say you want to sum up something. Let's say you want to calculate some formula. Let's say you want to calculate the area of the circle. So you'll write your code area of the circle here. Okay, everything will come here. Then after the body, when your whole function will finish, so on line number 8, if you can see, so that is the value which your function will return. And this value return keyword basically directly reports to this function name. Whatever the function name you will give, this return value will give the value out as an output to the function name. And then you need to call the function. And how you call the function? Simply writing the name of the function. Now a very basic example to set the background here. So def keyword I'm using to create a function. Then I'm creating a function greet, and inside that I'm just printing a hello message. Okay. So then after this will automatically will give the output to this greet. We don't have to write a return statement here, but if you are doing some mathematical thing, you need to write the return. Okay. Now I'm just calling the function and I'm not passing any parameter, because this is a simple function just to hello world. Okay, that is just to print a string. So I'm not performing a mathematical situation here. But to set the background, when I'll move back down, so I hope this is clear at this point. Now let me just scroll it a bit down. So here the main parameter thing will start, which is a target for today's video. So let me just run this piece of code, this greet one, okay, to show you that how exactly the output will look. You will get the output in the REPL. How you will run this? Shift enter in VS Code. Now you can see the output. It has been printed that hello world. Now I'll just quickly close this. Now let's move on and talk about the main bread and butter for the day. So the focus is what are the type of parameters which we have in Python. So number one is positional parameter. What is positional parameter? As it talks about the position. So argument passed to a function in the correct positional order. Similarly, when you will call the function, you will give the same position. Now here name and age are two parameters which are defined, and when you are calling the function on line number 21, you are basically calling your function. So when you call your function, you are giving the same order, like you are giving name and then you are giving the age. If you change this, if this is interchange, if you give 25 here and Alice here, that is not considered as positional parameter. That will be changing the logic, because name will be 25 and the age will be Alice. So that will not give you right data. So in such kind of situation, this is known as positional parameter in your functions. Now let me tell you what this whole function is doing. So def keyword is to define the function, then the name of the function, greet, and then we want to greet someone. That is the core objective of this whole function. Now name and age I want, because I'll print that in the print statement. So in the print statement, I'm giving this f string. F string is a method to resolve the value inside the print statement. Now hello and name is something I'm giving in this quotes. If you see, so these kind of brackets I'm using to resolve the value, otherwise the value will not be resolved. Now name, hello Mr. whatever name you will give, hello Rajat, you are, and your age will be printed here. So whatever number you will pass as a parameter, that will come here, and then simply in line number 21 you are basically calling it. Now let me quickly run this piece of code and to show you how actually the output will look like. Let's select this and shift enter to run the code. So what is the output it is showing? It is saying that hello Alice, you are 25 years of age. So this is simple. Okay, positional parameters are pretty simple compared to the other one. Now in the keyword parameter, how this works basically, in the keyword parameter, if you see, so arguments passed to a function by explicitly specifying the parameter name. So in the upper one, you just gave age and name directly, but here what you are doing, you are keeping the sequence same. In the function definition, you are giving name and age, but at the call, so this is the call of the function calling. So we can say this is the call and you are saying that age is 25, name is Alice. So ultimately this is going to give you the same output which the previous code basically have given you. So the same output you will get here as well. Okay. So this is again very simple. Keyword positional. What is positional? Positional is simply to remember that when you give the values which you want to retrieve in the function definition on parameter basis, that is called as positional argument. When you give the keywords, keyword is as in like, what is keyword? Keyword is this. You are passing the keyword, that which keyword this value belongs to. So that is known as keyword parameter. Positional is as per position. Keyword is with the name of the column. Now default parameter is something. The third one is default. Okay, before going to default, let me run this code so that you guys can see the output is identical. Let me run this. So when I run this piece of code, the output is coming same. The only way is the difference of the parameter. Now in the third one, what is default argument? So default argument basically is kind of a mixture. Okay, so when you don't have a value for any particular argument and you want to set a value, that if somebody is calling this function and if they are not giving any value for this particular parameter, then in that case this should be the assign value for that. Okay, that you can see here the default value we are giving for age is 18. So if you give a value here, let's say, so it will print that value which you are giving, but by default value will be 18. So now let me just quickly show that to you rather than explaining it more. So let me clear the screen. Yeah. Now when I select this piece of code and if I run this, so you can see, okay, I have not selected it fully. Let me select completely. Yeah, whole code. Yeah. So the output says, hello Alice, you are 18 years of age. So the default value 18, how did it pick up 18? Because you are defining itself at the first line. Now with Alice, if I pass here, let's say 27. Okay. So now I am passing the value of the age parameter, although age have a already default value of 18. So this is a tricky situation. Now let me run this. Before this, let me close the REPL. Now it will open a fresh output window. So you can see the output is changed. Hello Alice, you are 27 years of age. So this is a tricky situation, guys. You need to remember this now. When in the default parameter, you are giving a value of a column, so that value will be picked up. But in the call of the function, if you are giving another value, that will be printed in the output. So these are the three type of arguments which you would be using. The next video would be again very important. I'll tell you why, because I'm going to talk about args and quarks, which are hybrid type of parameter which we use in Python. Okay, so on that note, I will wrap up this video here. If you like the video, please hit the like button and please put your comment if you want to know something else other than that, and make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much, guys.